Hello everyone. Just make sure that everything is perfect from my side as well as from yours. Just confirm me that I'm audible or not. Everything is okay, right? Okay, good. I hope everybody has revised the topic, all the topics from non-chordata and chordata, and today will be the last session with respect to this particular unit. Okay. Um, Very important class, and I'm going to cover a major topics in this for this session. From tomorrow, we are going to start the cell biology and molecular biology. Okay. And for today, your first question will be this. Echinodermata exhibits what types of symmetry in their larval stages? Radial symmetry, bilateral symmetry, asymmetry, spherical symmetry. Just tell me the answer. I have explained you before, echinoderm will exhibit two types of symmetry. In their larval stage, they exhibit different symmetry, and then adult stage, they are exhibiting a different symmetry. What is that? Very good. In larval stage, they are going to exhibiting a bilateral symmetry. In adult stage, they are going to exhibit a radial symmetry. And as a background information, you have to read the symmetry of all the organisms with respect to all the phylum in the animal kingdom. That is what an important thing. See, don't mind if the options are wrong. Just confirm that you know the answer. And PPT is very important. Okay, revise the PPT, and after revising the PPT, you have to solve the questions. Now, arthropods possess an exoskeleton, and that exoskeleton is made of cartilage, bone, chitin, and calcium carbonate. What is that? Chitin. Chitinous exoskeleton. Very good. This is the important criteria with respect to this arthropods. Also, that arthropoda is also called as the jointed appendages, and it is known for its chitinous exoskeleton. Right now, which class of mollusk includes the snails and slugs? Bivalvia, gastropoda, cephalopoda, polyplecophora. Very good. And what will be the important mechanism seen only in the class Gastropoda under the phylum Mollusca? The important process, or we can say an important mechanism, which is happening only in the class Gastropoda under the phylum Mollusca. Very good. Torsion and retorsion. right? We know that what is meant by torsion. It is just a twisting in the anti-clockwise direction, that to 180 degree, right? Now, and explanation is very important. You have to read that. See, gastropoda is the largest class of mollusca. That is the one which includes snails and slugs. They are being characterized by their muscular fluid and the coiled shell. And this torsion and detorsion is happening through which system? You are saying that gastropoda is the one undergoing the process of torsion and detorsion. In this process, which physiological system is involving for this particular twisting? Is that, see, through this process, the digestive tract is changing their original structure and they are forming a loop. But what I'm asking is, which system is responsible for this contraction, this particular contraction? Muscular contraction, all these under the control of muscles. Okay, this torsion is mainly by the muscular contraction. Okay, as this body is covered by the muscles. Now, earthworms are examples of which class of annelids? Polychaeta, Oligochaeta, Hiridonia, Archaeannelida. Sorry, Orchiannelida. What is that? Oligochaeta. Very good. Good. See, earthworms belongs to the class Oligochaeta and they are being characterized by their segmented bodies. And what will be the important structure which has been originated only from the phylum Annelida is metameric segmentation. We can see the segments both internally as well as externally. Okay, it is known for its metameric segmentation, right? What is the main function of choanocytes in porifera? And what will be the, in which layer this choanocytes is present, whether it is an inner layer or outer layer? Inner layer. What will be the name of that particular inner layer? Choanodome. In that, which locomotory organelle will present? Which organelle will be present in that choanocytes? Flagella. Okay, see, there are many functions responsible for done by this choanocytes, but the main function is feeding. Okay, it is the one helps the sponges or the poriferans to filter out nutrients from the water. It is involved in the filter feeding. Okay, flagellated collar cells. It is also called as the choanocytes. Okay, main function is feeding mechanism. Right now, by the process of phagocytosis. Now, what is the primary function of nematocyst in cnidarians? And this nematocyst is seen only in the phylum Coelenterata or Cnidaria. And this nematocyst is involved in the function of locomotion, respiration, protection, reproduction. Very good. It is mainly involved in the function of protection. Okay, we know that it is the specialized stinging cells found in the cnidarians, and jellyfish and corals are examples for this cnidarians, and their primary function is protection. They have been triggered. How they have been triggered? If the nematocyst is felt by some of the chemicals or pheromones, they are going to triggered. Okay, triggered by that particular pheromones, and they have been act as a protector. to that particular organisms. Now, what unique feature distinguishes ctenophores from the other gelatinous marine animals? How the ctenophores has been distinguished from other marine animals? What is that? Bioluminescence. Very good. One unique feature that distinguishes this ctenophores from other organisms is that these organisms, which is placed under the ctenophores, they are going to produce a bioluminescence. How they are going to emit this light means they have a specialized cells called the photocytes. Okay, and these sites is responsible to emit the light, right? And why, what is the purpose of this bioluminescence means they are going to act in different purposes, including attracting the prey and for the predators, and they are also acting as a communication. Okay, and this is how they are distinguished from other organisms. What is the distinguishing feature of the body cavity in nematodes? We know that body cavity is coelom and nematodes are generally called as the round ones, and platyhelminthes is for flat ones, annelida is for segmented ones. And how the what is the body cavity of nematodes? This is what a question. Pseudo-coelomid. Very good. And what is the body cavity for flat worms? What is the body cavity for flatworms? What is the body cavity for flatworms? Very good. And what is the body cavity for annelids? Segmented worm? What is the body cavity for annelids? Schizocoelomate. Very good. And echinodermata has which type of coelomate? They are a true, they are having a true body cavity. Very good. That will be the enterocoelomate animal. Good. I hope you know the difference between this isocoelom and enterocoelomate, right? The body cavity will arising by splitting the mesoderm is said to be a isocoelom, and if they have been arised from the gut, then we are calling them as the enterocoelom. Yeah, good. What is the primary function of setae in annelids? What is the primary function of setae? Whether it is a locomotion or respiration, sensory, perception, or reproduction. Okay, is it? Good. The primary function of the setae in annelids will be the locomotion. How the setae will be looking like? It is looking like a bristle. Okay. Now, it provides attraction and anchor the worm to substrate during the movement. It helps the particular organisms to attach with the substratum, okay, to avoid a friction. Okay, this is what a main function of this particular setae. Now, what is the main function of exoskeleton in arthropods? We know that arthropods is made up of a chitinous exoskeleton, and what is their main function? No need of explanation here. Of course, it will be the protection. And which structure in the mollusk is primarily responsible for the secretion of the shell? Mantle, foot, radula, and operculum. Very good. The shell is made up of a calcium, calcareous shell. This shell is secreted by the mantle. Okay. See the mantle. This is the characteristic features of mantle. It is thin membranous layer of tissue, which is the one covering the visceral mass. Visceral mass means what? Our important organs. Okay, and extends beyond the body, forming a cavity which is called as the mantle cavity. And one more important thing, And this will be your previous year question. Within the mantle, specialized cells, which is called as the mantle epithelial cells. Okay. And what is the type of epithelial cells we can see seen in the mantle? We have three different types of epithelial cells, right? Squamous, columnar, and ciliated. And what will be the type of epithelial cells in mantle of mollusca? Very good. Mainly it will be the columnar epithelial cells. What unique features characterize the water vascular system in echinoderms? See, it has almost all the functions, but what here asking is the unique feature which characterizes the water vascular system in echinoderms. Of course. Okay. Tube feet is a part of a water vascular system which is going to involve in locomotion. Is right, but what I'm asking is unique feature characterizes the water vascular system. They are all the functions of water vascular system, but here the question is that is the mechanism through which the water vascular system is going to work. That name of mechanism is how they are working. Good. Hydraulic pressure regulation. Of course, it is the replacement of respiration, excretion, and all other physiological activities was replaced by this water vascular system, just like canal system in porifera. But on what basis they are working is hydraulic pressure regulation. Okay. See, this is what an important thing you have to read this. Okay, see this hydraulic pressure. One of the remarkable aspects of this particular system is to regulate this hydraulic pressure. And this hydraulic pressure regulation allows this echinoderms to extend and retract the tube feet. Based on this pressure, the tube feet is working, and with the help of this tube feet, the organisms will move. Okay, but the basic mechanism will be the maintenance of this hydraulic pressure. Okay, now what is the distinctive feeding structure found in hemichordates? Proboscis, lopophore, radula, and tentacle. Very good. Proboscis, generally it will be used in locomotion and transport of food materials, collection of food like that. Okay, proboscis plays an important role when it comes to the hemichordates. See, the distinctive feeding structure, it is found in hemichordates that we are calling them as the proboscis. Okay, it is a specialized feeding organ. It is present in the anterior end of the hemichordates. Okay, and it is accompanied by different structures like cilia, mucus glands, and also teeth. Okay, they are the structure which is help the particular organism in capturing the food and ingestion of food. Okay, what unique structure is characteristics of the larval stage of Urochordates? And this Urochordates, it is also called as the tunicates. In case the question will be asked tunicates in place of Urochordates, do not get confused, okay? Notochord, pharyngeal gill slits, dorsal nerve cord, post-anal tail. That will be the unique characteristic features in the larval stage of Urochordates. What will be the answer? Notochord is seen in all other chordates also. See, the unique characteristic features of larval stage of Urochordates is pharyngeal gill slits. Okay, see, Urochordate larva, it is also called as tadpole larva, or it also called as the tunicate larva. Okay, it is having a notochord, a dorsal nerve cord, and a postal nerve cord. See, of course, it have all the important characteristic features present in other important other chordates like cephalochordates and hemichordates like that. But in notochord, with respect to the urochordates, it has been replaced. It cannot. It is throughout the life cycle. It has been replaced by the vertebral column in some phylum, and it has been throughout the life cycle. Notochord persists in some phylum. Okay, based on that, this will be the unique characteristic features only with respect to the larval stage of the urochordates. You have to compare all other characteristic features with respect to this urochordate, cephalochordate, and hemichordate. Okay, by comparing all these things, you have to come into a conclusion for this question. Okay, see, based on the structure, we have been given the answer as pharyngeal gill slits. Now, what is the primary characteristic features of the body plan in cephalochordates? Presence of notochord, dorsal nerve cord, paired appendages, exoskeleton. For these type of questions, you have to know clearly the general characteristic features of urochordates, cephalochordates, and hemichordates. Okay, only then you have given a correct answer. Okay. Can anyone give me the correct reason why the presence of notochord is the primary characteristic features of cephalochordates? Because the notochord here will persist throughout their entire life cycle. Okay, based on that particular structure, this will be the distinguishing feature for this cephalochordate. Okay, yes. Now, what distinguishes the cartilaginous fishes from the bony fishes? You should know that chondrichthyes are dealing with the cartilaginous fishes. Osteichthyes will consisting of the bony fishes. And what will be the distinguishing feature between these two types of fishes? No point of having confusion in this question. Of course, that will be the skeleton. We know that for bony fishes, the bone will be very strong, okay, and it is not flexible. In case of cartilaginous fishes, it will be very flexible in nature. This is what a difference skeleton composition, right? And also I have given other characteristic features also, and you have to have a look at it. Okay. What is the primary mode of respiration in adult amphibians? See, of course, all are the mode of respiration used as a respiratory structure in amphibians. What will be the primary mode of respiration? Obviously, that will be the lungs. Okay, no point of explaining much in this question. Okay. What feature distinguishes birds from other vertebrates? Here, I have been compared the birds between other vertebrates. Presence of feathers, ability to fly, warm-blooded metabolism, egg-laying, reproduction. The only organisms which has the capacity to fly is birds. Based on that, you can easily give the answer. Okay. Okay, to fly, which particular structure is helpful for that birds? Yes, so feathers. If the feathers will present in other organisms, they can also fly. So that will be the important structure which is possessed by this apes, not not by the other vertebrates. Okay. Okay. What is the primary characteristic features of the reproductive strategy in reptiles? Okay. Of course, that will be the mammal which has a capacity to fly. But do they have feathers? We know that bat will be the flying mammal. Do they have feathers or other character? It just looks like a feathers, but it is not an actual feather. Okay. Now answer for this question. Primary character of the reproductive strategy in reptiles. Whether it will be the internal fertilization or external fertilization, viviparity or oviparity. I hope you all know the meaning of all these technical words. Okay. See, you have to read the general characteristic features of reptiles. The primary characteristic features will be oviparity. Okay, means laying eggs. We know that. And most reptiles, they are including snakes, lizards, turtles, and crocodiles. They are reproduced by laying eggs in a nest or the burrows, and they have been incubated by either the environmental factors or even by themselves. So oviparous reptiles produce the shelled eggs. These are all the characteristic features of the oviparous, and some reptiles will also exhibit viviparity. They can give birth to directly to the young ones. Okay, so the main distinguishing factor for the reproductive strategy will be the oviparity. This will be the strategy to avoid from an external danger. Okay. Now, what distinguishes mammals from the other vertebrates? Of course, mammary glands will be present only in case of organisms which is placed under the class Mammalia. So obviously there is no point of thinking here production of milk by mammary glands. And what is the primary organism responsible for building coral reefs? Coral polyp, algae, crustaceans, and mollusk. I also have included different types of coral reefs and the order they have been placed under. In 2 days before, I think I have sent you the slide. Kindly have a look at that. It is very important. Okay, coral polyps is an important organism responsible for coral reef. It is not a coral medusa, it is a coral polyp. Okay. This coral polyp performing a sexual reproduction or asexual reproduction? Coral polyp, they are going to perform asexual reproduction or a sexual reproduction. Asexual reproduction, and we know that medusa is the one going to perform the sexual reproduction, and medusa will be formed as a result of asexual reproduction or sexual reproduction. We know polyp is the one going to do an asexual reproduction, and medusa is going to perform a sexual reproduction. Very good. Medusa is the one. If even though they are going to reproduce by a sexual method, the formation of medusa will be formed as a result of the asexual reproduction mechanism done by the polyp. Okay, see, we know that this will be the polyp. They are going to do an asexual reproduction. As a result of this asexual reproduction, they are going to asexual reproduction mainly in the means of budding. Okay, they are going to produce a medusa, and medusa is the one going to reproduce by a sexual method. So what I'm trying to say is the medusa is formed by the polyp through a means of asexual reproduction mechanism. Clear? Don't get confused in this point, in this question. Now, which parasite causes the disease known as teniasis in humans? Tinea saginata, Tinea solium, Ascaris lumbricoid, Schistosoma manzoni. Teniasis in humans. Please be clear with this question. Okay, I have been included this question in our PPT. The exact word has been mentioned in that PPT. See, what you people have given the answer. Very good. Tinea solium, but this will be the post tapeworm. They are going to cause teniasis in pig. Okay. But what the question here is teniasis in humans. So the answer will be Tinea saginata. Okay. Nobody has revised the PPT. It is mandatory to revise the PPT multiple times. The question will not go beyond in that PPT. Okay. Okay, but it is also in human, right? But the question asked here is, but you people have given here a Tinea solium. It is the one responsible for causing a disease in pig. But it is the one responsible for causing a teniasis in humans. Okay? Clear? Mainly it is going to affect a human. Now, this is wrong. Don't confuse the option. Now, which species of cystosoma causes urinary cystosomiasis in humans? Cystosoma manzoni, Cystosoma hematobium, Cystosoma japonicum, Cystosoma intercalatum. Let me show you the slide also. You people answer for this question. See, Tinea saginata, the another intestinal tapeworm of man. Okay. This is the one causing a disease in man. Clear? Now answer for this question. Which species of cystosoma causes urinary cystosomiasis in humans? Okay. What you people have given the answer? Very good. Obviously, the cystosoma species which causes urinary cystosomiasis in humans will be the Cystosoma hematobium. Okay. And what is the common name for the parasitic roundworm Ascaris lumbricoides? Common name is very, very, very important. Okay. Just like Taenia solium will be the cork tapeworm. Like that, all the important common names for the parasite which has been given in your syllabus is sufficient to read that. You have to read all those common names. Very good. And what is whipworm? What is hookworm? What is pinworm? All these are important. Okay. Reading only this is not sufficient. You also have to read all others. Which parasite is commonly called as the hookworm? Hookworm will be the common name for which parasite? Very good. Superb. And this is coming under which category? See, this hookworm, the parasite commonly known as the hookworm is Necator americanus. Okay, and this hookworm infection, it is also called as the ancyclostomiasis. This is the one, ancyclostomiasis is the one caused by the Necator americanus, and other species which is called as the Ancyclostoma duodenale. This is the one which has been given in your syllabus. Okay, so knowing this very, very important. Okay, hookworm will be commonly will be scientifically called as Ancyclostoma species. Now, which parasite is commonly known as pinworm? Very good. No point of explaining for this question. Entrobius vermicularis. Okay, this is the correct answer. And which parasite causes the disease known as loesis in humans? And what is the common name for this loa? You are saying pinworm is Entrobius vermicularis like that. What will be the common name for loa? Very good. Very good. Superb. This will be the eyeworm. And which parasite is responsible for causing a disease known as trichinellosis in humans? Trichinellosis in humans. Trichinellosis in humans. Generally, it will be the Trichinella species. Okay. Trichinellosis will be the genus Trichinella. Okay, by this you can easily come up into a correct answer. Okay, Trichinella species is the one going to cause a trichinellosis. Okay, now, and how is the coelom formed during the embryonic development in annelids? Isocoelom, enterocoelom, acoelomate, pseudocoelomate. Just the body cavity of annelids. That's all a question. Very good. Isocoelomate. Okay, here I have attached a list of edible fishes. See, and you have to concentrate on what are all the fish, freshwater fish, and what are all the marine water fish. Okay, and even if you don't know don't have to read the scientific name. It's okay, but just know the name. Okay, just aware of this name, common name. Of course, scientific name is also important, but try to read the scientific name. At least aware of that. These are all the freshwater fish. That is important. And marine water fish. When it comes to marine water fish, hilsa, pomfret, and gray mullet, these are all the frequently asked questions. In case they are, if they ask the marine fishes, these names will come in the option. Okay, just aware of the list. Okay, just at least have a look at that. Okay, you have to know that these are all the list of marine fish and these are all the list of freshwater fish. No. Also, I have attached a list of poisonous snakes and non-poisonous snakes. Okay, it is very much important to read all these things. Whether these are all the list of poisonous snake Indian cobra, common krait, viper. Generally, viper will always be poisonous, and cobra, banet krait, king cobra, everything will be the poisonous snake. And in case of non-poisonous, common sand boa, Indian python, checkered keelback, rat snake, wolf snake, tree snake, striped keelback, Indian rock python, green vine snake. All these are the non-poisonous snake. Kindly try to read the scientific name also. Okay, also I have given flight birds and flightless birds. These are all the birds which has the capacity to fly. And these are all the birds which has no capacity to fly. Okay, and it is also important to read these list. Okay, and one most important topic from the dental formula of mammals is this. Definitely the question will strike in if they ask from the dentition, definitely they will ask from the dental formula. Okay, don't take any chance. Just read this. Okay, 2, 1, 2, 3. This is how the format will be look like. Okay, and this what will be this two incisor teeth and one canine, two premolar and three molar, and this will be the this will be the upper jaw, right? And this 2, 1, 2, 3 will be the upper left side. Okay, like in the same way they have an upper right side and lower left side and lower upper side, lower right side. Okay, all these comprises, and we have a 32 teeth. Okay, see how many teeth are here? 2 plus 1, 3, 3 plus 3, 6, 8. Okay, in one row we have an 8. And like in the same way, here one, in the lower jaw, here one and here one. 8 into 4, 32. Finally, 32 teeth will be present in case of humans. Like in the same way, in cats, 3 incisor, 1 canine, 3 premolar and 1 molar. Okay, like that you have to apply all these formula and try to remember the formula. Okay, is there any doubts when it comes to non-chordata and chordata? You can ask me now. Okay, see, by seeing the questions, I hope you have some idea about all these, how the question will ask in the exam. Okay, that's all about the MCQ regarding this unit 1. Unit 1, general concepts, unit 2, non-chordata, and unit 3, chordata. Okay, do you find any difficulties in any of the topics, and do you have any confusion? I'm all yours. You can ask me now. For tomorrow, revise the cell biology and come to the class. Okay, and also you have to revise all the PPT from the core data and non-core data also. Any doubts? Everybody clear? Okay, if you have no doubts, you can leave the class. Okay. If anybody have doubts, just stay and ask. If you don't have any clarification, and if you have no doubts, you can leave the class. Okay, but tomorrow's same time, 8:30 p.m. Okay, thank you. Okay, okay, let's do this. Okay, for tomorrow, revise the cell organelles and their function. Okay, for tomorrow, revise the cell organelles and basic structure of cell organelles and their functions. And the question will be from that only. Okay, and day after tomorrow, I'll give a topic and revise that topic and come to the class. It will be okay for you then. Okay. Good. Okay. Fine. Thank you. Any other doubts?